This one over here has been vacant forever too. Newport Ave, Channing Street, and let's go in. All right, guys, so this is the stairway, and it looks like they worked on a renovation of the stairway. It's very pretty. It feels more open than I expected in a little house like this. So this would be some carpentry work here. Looks like they're working on restoring the original floors. Beautiful. It's got the inlay. So it needs you can see this gap here, needs the baseboards, the lower moldings. That looks like an electric heater. So this all looks, this looks carpentry. It's not a ton of work. Just set that back in. It doesn't look like it has fire yet. That's Madeline. Say hi, Madeline. You see casements missing here. This all looks like carpentry to me.
Yeah, the heaters are forced hot water. They're all, they look like electric heaters.
But they're forced hot water?
Yep.
They are older windows. It looks like the early 1980s replacements of windows, although that has a new sticker, so maybe they've redone that top one.
Well,
But you can see they ran new
But
electrical.
this, I don't know, it's about 18
And
inches off the ground, I suppose, if you.
A house of this age normally does not have the overhead lighting. I don't know if you can tell, this ceiling is easily 12 feet, maybe 13 foot. It's very high ceilings. This is a newer model forced hot water heating system, which is great. Everything in this room that I see is carpentry. This is not a lot of work. They've preserved the French doors. They opened up this space quite a bit. You can see they opened up that casement between the room we're in, the dining room, and the kitchen. This was probably tiny when they started it, but it's been nicely started. It's the recessed panel, not shaker, just panel.
What do we call that?
There's a name for that. There's a name for that, which is escaping me. But it's very modern and fresh. It's just a real simple speckled gray granite. Looks like it's got a little microwave tray there. I used to I had a house around the corner from here. This house has been in some form of rehab for at least 7 years that I know of. And then this could be a dining room or an office. I'm gonna run upstairs. Okay, so we're up on the second floor now. Madeline just pointed out to me that it does need plumbing. There's a half bath on the first floor that's been plumbed out. This is the master, which is good size. So it needs closet doors. These windows look fine. They just need casements. They need to be finished and set. You can see that this bathroom is started, it's roughed in, but it's not done. The tile's not done. That's a really standard tile, easy to find. It's nice that they're doing a tile surround and not a fiberglass, in my opinion. I think that looks nicer. This all feels very new. It feels like they put new floors in up here. That's the main shared bath, which you can tell is in kind of its original condition. It needs some love. That window's missing. So this would need to be finished. And then this is interesting. It's like a suite back here. So this could be a home office or a nursery. You can see that this whole section's kind of off down its own little hall. I hope you can see, and I'm not moving too fast. And then here's another large bedroom back here. So you've got, let's see, so we have this bedroom. Again, they did add the overhead lighting, which is fantastic. An ancient smoke detector. Newer windows here. It almost looks like they've replaced parts of windows, because down here looks older, but up here looks newer. We could ask them, or maybe it's just when they put them in. They need to be finished. That heating needs to be finished. So we go back down this hallway. So we have the big bedroom behind us. We have a little bedroom here. And then we have this master ensuite over here. And then we have this bedroom over here. And honestly, it might make more sense to turn that tiny bedroom into a bathroom. But, because otherwise that back bedroom's walking quite a ways.
Yeah.
So if you could do a curb cut, and this would not be an inexpensive job because it would involve retaining walls and so on and so forth, somebody has already sadly created an entire concrete pad out here. And the reason we don't like concrete pads is because the water has nowhere to go but in your basement, which we don't like. So you've got parking over on this side. So let's go see the basement.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Reconfiguring. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, makes no sense. So good sized basement. This looks like a newer panel and loads of room. And it looks very organized to me. I'm obviously not an electrician, but it doesn't, look like a hack job. It looks organized. There are some evidence of old knob and tube. They all look inactive. They all look dead. In other words, you just need to take a hammer and knock those off. That's all there is to it. That's not even electrical work. It's an old stacked stone foundation with brick on top. Interesting. I wonder if it got raised.
I don't know. I haven't quite figured out. I think this was definitely added on. Well, actually, yeah. Sorry. The
No, it's okay.
plates that are on are the ones that are working.
Not a problem. Okay, so we've got a good sized water heater here. It doesn't look ancient, but there's no tags. The plumbing looks pretty good for, again, not a plumber. But I see some new flexible tubing, which it means newer work has happened. Whether that's what it should be, I don't know if it's supposed to be PEX or if it's supposed to be this stuff. This is an old expansion tank here that looks very corroded. So we do have some bad corrosion happening between. It's not between the hot water heater. It seems to be going up and feeding up. So it'd be something definitely to look at in inspections, but it's a lot to like here. This looks pretty new. I don't know a lot about these systems, but it looks pretty good.
We actually on the disclosure said 15 years old, but I think the date on it is actually we're not sure if it is. Definitely.
This is kind of interesting. It's got a crock coming into the house. The crock is here. I would definitely want, if you were looking at this during inspections, we would definitely have Guaranteed Rooter come and look at this and try to understand what happens if we need to do work on this crock or anyone in the neighborhood does. So that could be, it could be nothing, but it needs to be looked at.